Let you kids get to bed. I get the storybook.
Soowoo Superbowl. Kendrick Lamar versus Lil Wayne. The news broke like an earthquake in the music industry. The NFL, through its partnership with Jay-Z's Roc Nation, had officially announced that Kendrick Lamar would headline the 2025 Super Bowl halftime show in New Orleans. Social media erupted. Fans celebrated what they saw as another moment of cultural dominance for Kendrick, whose artistry had already been cemented as legendary. But not everyone was happy. In a dimly lit mansion just outside of Hialeah, Florida, Dwayne Lil Wayne Carter sat on a leather couch staring at his phone screen. His dreadlocks, long and unkempt, hung over his face as he scrolled through the announcements. The words Super Bowl, Kendrick Lamar, and New Orleans flashed across his feed. Wayne's grip tightened around his double red cup. The lean inside rippled as his rage bubbled. In my city? Nah, ain't no way Lil Daddy performing in my town. His phone buzzed. Texts were pouring in. His closest friends, old collaborators, even some of the OGs that knew him, all asking the same thing. How they gonna do the Super Bowl here and not put you on? Wayne exhaled deeply, his gold grill flashing as he clenched his jaw. He had helped build New Orleans in the rap game. He had put the city on his back when no one else could, arguably the best rapper in the game back in '08. And now, on the biggest stage in the world, they had chosen a West Coast rapper over him? Bet. He leaned forward, calling a number in his contacts. Get the goons together, he muttered into the phone. We about to make some calls. The next night, inside a private studio in downtown Miami, the air was thick with smoke. A group of men sat in a semicircle around Wayne, Young Money affiliates, industry insiders, and a few unknown faces wearing all red. Wayne took a hit from a blunt, exhaling as he spoke. They think they can come to my city and do this? Nah, Jay, that's disrespect. One of the men, Big Mo, a Bloods OG from Baton Rouge, Louisiana, nodded. They ain't just disrespecting you, Tunchi, Mo said. They disrespecting the whole set? Wayne smirked, the wheels turning in his head. Eight, then. Let's remind them who really run my city and gets to decide who can perform there or not. It damn sure ain't no nigga from way up in Brooklyn. That fool can run New York, but I run New Orleans. Another man leaned in. What's the play, dog? Wayne grabbed his phone, scrolling through his contact list. He had years of loyalty built up with some of the most powerful Bloods from Louisiana to California. With the right money, the right calls, he could make sure Kendrick never touched that stage. We finna make this a Soowoo Superbowl, Wayne said, grinning. That's what the play gon' be. Wayne wasted no time. Over the next few weeks, he sent out text messages, wiring money to Bloods leaders in 4 different states, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, and Texas. The plan was simple. Flood New Orleans and support Tunchi plan, which is to kick Kendrick Lamar and his entire entourage out of the city, then assist Weezy in invading the halftime show as he does his performance. Every street soldier, every affiliate, every OG who could be mobilized was called upon. For some, it was about the money, millions being funneled into the operation, though Lil Wayne wasn't as stupid as Lil Durk was and made sure the money wires couldn't be linked back to his name or Young Money records. For others, this whole thing was about respect. By the time Super Bowl weekend arrived, over 10,000 Bloods had descended upon the city, hiding in plain sight. Some posed as hotel staff, others as security guards, and the most dedicated ones infiltrated the stadium crew itself. Working in the concession stands and ticket booths, everything was set. All they had to do was wait for Wayne's signal. Inside Caesars Superdome, stadium workers moved in and out of the tunnels, setting up for the biggest game of the year. The halftime stage was being assembled, cameras were being tested, and security was briefed on escorting Kendrick Lamar to his performance area. Except some of those security guards weren't actually security. They were Bloods, dressed in official stadium uniforms. They blended seamlessly with the real staff. They had stadium credentials, access to restricted areas, and eyes on every exit and entrance. As the clock ticked closer to halftime, as Saquon Barkley and his Eagles scored another touchdown with a minute left until halftime, Wayne sat in a luxury suite, sipping from his double cup, watching it all unfold. Showtime, he whispered. And just like that, the takeover began. The Super Bowl halftime show was minutes away. Kendrick Lamar, dressed in an all-black Louis Vuitton jumpsuit, adjusted his in-ear monitors as his team walked with him toward the tunnel that led to the stage. The energy was electric. His band members, dancers, and crew hyped each other up, ready to deliver a historic performance. Then it happened. Just as they reached the tunnel entrance, several stadium employees froze. Kendrick's security, always alert, immediately sensed something was off. The employees locked eyes with each other, and in a coordinated motion, they dropped their work uniforms, revealing bright red bandanas, red jackets, and red sneakers. Bloods. More of them emerged from the shadows, some gripping walkie-talkies, others pulling off security vests. They had been waiting for this moment. Before Kendrick's team could react, one of the Bloods stepped forward. "Turn around. Y'all ain't performing tonight. We will air this shit out, and none of y'all niggas will see y'all family again." Kendrick's security moved to intervene, but the gang members outnumbered them 5-1. A few of the fake stadium staff reached inside their jackets, making it clear what would happen if things got physical. Kendrick clenched his jaw. He had seen street politics up close before, but this was different. This wasn't just some Crips doing a drive-by on the house next door to his grandma's in Compton. This was war. A deep voice echoed from the other end of the tunnel. "Y'all must not know where you at." Kendrick turned. It was Lil Wayne, flanked by a group of the Bloods. He strolled toward them, a double cup in one hand, a diamond-studded mic in the other, a smirk stretched across his face. "This my city, Lil Daddy. My stadium, my show. Take your bitch ass back to Cali before my goons eat you and crew up." And just like that, Kendrick and his team were escorted out of the stadium by a wall of Bloods. Back on the field, the audience cheered as the halftime show music started, unaware of the chaos happening behind the scenes. Smoke machines blasted, the stage lights flickered, and the instrumental to the hit song of 2024, They Not Like Us, blasted through the speakers. But instead of Kendrick stepping onto the stage, Lil Wayne appeared. "Hey DJ, turn that bullshit off and you bet not play that song again. Put my shit on now." The crowd gasped. Confusion spread as Wheezy's 2005 hit Fireman blasted through the arena. Wayne took center stage, snatching the mic from his stand. He chuckled into it, letting the moment sink in. "Y'all ain't think I was gonna let this happen without me, huh?" The Superdome erupted. Then his Fireman song instrumental dropped. Go DJ blasted through the speakers next. And just like that, the greatest unauthorized concert in history had begun. Wayne didn't just perform, he took over. One by one, he brought out New Orleans legends and some of the biggest names in hip-hop. His former daddy, Baby, followed by the beautiful singer SZA, who initially was going to perform with Kendrick. She floated onto the stage in a red dress, crooning the chorus to Mona Lisa. The Hot Boys, Juvenile, Turk, and BG reunited for a historic performance of We on Fire. Tunchi even brought out Master P, Mia X, and Silk the Shocker from No Limit, allowing once city rivals to join in, waving gold-plated No Limit chains. The crowd lost their minds. The halftime show was only supposed to last 20 minutes, but Wayne wasn't following the rules that night. "We ain't stopping till we get finished. Fuck that game. It's rigged anyway. Kansas City gonna win, even though them Eagles are up 21-0. Then came the moment that broke the internet. Wayne's biggest weapon arrived. Drake. Dressed in a red and black OVO tracksuit, Drake stepped on stage as the beat for push-ups dropped. The entire stadium knew what was happening.
Sorry, folks. Quick commercial break.
That's just like black folks to come on this YouTube thing and look at all these GK David movie stories, but don't send no Cash App or even hit the damn like or subscribe buttons. My people ain't shit. No, I'm just playing. I love all y'all. Well, except for them niggas that broke in my Cadillac last Tuesday. Fuck them niggas. Y'all go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button for my boy so he can keep blessing y'all with this good content.
Drake smirked, looking into the camera. "I mean, I could diss a rapper for my whole damn halftime show." The crowd exploded. Kendrick, watching the performance on a screen outside the arena in his Sprinter Benz van, gritted his teeth. This was beyond disrespect. Kendrick's hands trembled with rage as he dialed 911. "Yeah, I'd like to report a theft," he said, voice dripping with sarcasm. "Lil Wayne just stole the Super Bowl halftime show from me." But he knew the police wouldn't act fast enough because half of the NOPD was at the game and did nothing to stop this nightmare. So he made another call to Compton Bloods leaders in his city, asking them to reach out to some OGs out here to help stop this madness. Get on the line with these New Orleans niggas and fix this. Inside the stadium, police officers stood frozen. Their radios were buzzing. Reports were coming in. An army of Bloods gang members were in the building. If they rushed the stage, it could turn into a full-scale riot. Super Bowl officials argued behind the scenes. Some wanted to cut the power. Others knew doing that could incite something worse. So they hesitated, and Wayne kept performing. Back on the field, players from both teams returned to the field, expecting the second half to start. Instead, they found Wayne still performing.
Can someone tell me why Lil Wayne's old ass is still on stage?
Patrick Mahomes muttered, eager to start the game so the referees could help him and his team win their third ring in a row. Officials paced back and forth trying to figure out what to do. This was no longer a halftime show. It was a takeover. Finally, after an hour-long unauthorized performance, Wayne and his crew left the stage and headed to the stadium parking lot. That's where law enforcement was waiting. Squad cars, SWAT teams, riot gear, hundreds of officers stood ready. Wayne took a sip from his double cup and smirked. Y'all really think y'all about to arrest me? In my own city? The moment officers moved in, the blood sprang into action. A full-scale brawl erupted. Gang members threw punches at officers. Cops tackled suspects to the ground. Some Bloods hopped into SUVs, speeding out of the parking lot. In the chaos, Wayne slipped away in a black Maybach with Drake in the back seat. He rolled down the window, laughing as the police sirens echoed behind them. By morning, every news outlet in the world had the same headline: Super Bowl halftime show hijacked by Lil Wayne, gang chaos in New Orleans. Social media was in flames, memes, edits, reactions. The NFL released a statement: "We do not condone what transpired last night. This was a breach of security and we are conducting a full investigation." Wayne, meanwhile, went live on Instagram laughing. Legendary. The next day, Kendrick broke his silence. A single post on X, formerly Twitter: "This ain't over." But it was definitely over because Lil Wayne finished what he set out to do, and that was prevent Kendrick from performing in his city. It didn't turn out too good for Weezy, though, because a week after the Super Bowl takeover, Special Agent Vlad from the YouTube channel Vlad TV and a contingent of FBI agents swarmed his Florida property, arresting him on a warrant for his shenanigans in Louisiana.
I was hoping Lil Wayne would resist when I slapped the cuffs on him. I was going to pop two in his ugly ass face after turning off my body cam for what he did to Kendrick. Everyone knows that I hate these rappers and do everything I can to get them on my YouTube show so I can incriminate their dumb asses, but I actually like Kendrick, and had I have been in New Orleans that night, that wouldn't have happened.
Lil Wayne ended up receiving a federal sentence of 36 months, serving his time at FCI Lompoc in Lompoc, California, where he was safe during the first few weeks. But when Kendrick discovered where he was being housed, he paid one of his LA homegirls to get a job at the facility, which took a couple of more weeks. But when CO Quantasia Anderson finally got comfortable in her new job, she requested to work in the part of the prison that does inmate moves, where she made it look like she accidentally mixed Dwayne Carter's name up with an inmate with a similar name. When a burly 300-pound guard banged on Weezy's one-man cell door, ordering him to pack up so he could be moved to the prison's general population, he nearly shit on himself. The gruffy guard, who was black as midnight with a shiny bald head and a pot belly hanging from his 250-pound frame, didn't care if the rapper feared for his life and had to stay in PC. He had orders to move him, and he was going to do it by choice or force. The frail-bodied rapper sighed, reluctantly grabbing his property for the move to his new cell block. When he arrived a few minutes later, Kendrick's goons were waiting on him. None of these dudes were gay, but Kendrick wanted this fool touch for what he did to him at the Super Bowl, so he told them to go find the biggest booty invader in the facility and pay him to violate that buster. I won't go into details about what went down, but let's just say that the dogs easily located a crazy 6'4.5" bandit by the name of Hard Leg and paid him $50 to go in Wayne's cell and take what was precious to him, and that he did. Standing only 5'5" Wayne attempted to try and elude the larger man, but Hard Leg had slammed the door upon entering the cell, so it was locked from the outside. Lil Louisiana didn't stand a chance against a damn near 6'5" freak who was paid to do what he would have done for free. Take cheeks.
Come on, big dude, don't do this. I got money. I'll make you a millionaire like that. Stop playing now, I don't get down like that.
Thank you, Stephen. You're welcome, Calvin.